On Saturday, March 22nd, world champion Sebastian the Towering Inferno Fundora defends his title against Chordale Booker. And don't miss the showdown between Jesus Ramos Jr. and Guido Schramm. Streaming live Saturday, March 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Prime Video for Prime members.
Vegas, Nevada, as Premier Boxing Champions presents our weigh-in for tomorrow's exciting night of boxing. It is all brought to you by TGB Promotions, Samson Boxing, and Mayweather Promotions. Sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Tickets are still available at AXS.com. Now, before we get to our television bouts, we will be starting tomorrow's action with our featured undercard bouts that will lead us into the Prime Video action. Our first fight will begin at 2 p.m. Pacific time from the Michelob ULTRA Arena. Now we'll bring on those fighters first. Premier Boxing Champions presents 4 rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing a man with a record of 6 victories, 3 by knockout, opposite of 1 defeat. Representing San Bernardino, California, here is Sean Ferrari Armas. And now we'll bring up his opponent, who is undefeated, 5 victories, 2 by knockout. Representing Las Vegas, Nevada, he is the son of former world champion Robert the Ghost Guerrero. Here is Robert Guerrero Jr. And now first up onto the scale. Once again, please welcome Sean Ferrari Armas. 132.6 for Armas. And now we'll bring on his opponent. Once again, the undefeated Robert Guerrero Jr. 133 pounds on the dot for Guerrero Jr. Four rounds in the lightweight division. Robert Guerrero Jr. versus Sean Ferrari Armas. You don't want to miss this. Once again, doors open 1:45 p.m. local time tomorrow from Michelob ULTRA Arena. First fight, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Tickets are still available at AXS.com. And now Premier Boxing Champions presents 8 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first with a record of 15 victories, 6 by knockout, opposite of 1 defeat and 2 draws. Representing Sacramento, California, by way of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is Maurice Victorious Lee. And now we'll welcome his opponent, coming in undefeated. 14 victories, 11 by knockout, no defeats. Representing Las Vegas, Nevada, he is a knockout artist. Here is Freddie One-Way Rojas Jr. And now the first fighter to step onto the scale. Once again, here is Maurice Victorious Lee. 150.4, 150.4 for Lee. And now we'll bring on his opponent. Once again, here is the undefeated Freddy One-Way Rojas Jr. 150, 150 pounds for Rojas Jr. Eight rounds in the welterweight division. Freddy One-Way Rojas Jr. against Maurice Victorious Lee. Once again, this is one of our featured undercard bouts. You don't want to miss it. Michelob ULTRA Arena. Tickets available at AXS.com. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn things over to the Hall of Famer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Thank you, Miguel. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you once again as Premier Boxing Champions continues with our ceremonial weigh-in for our big night of action taking place at the Michelob ULTRA Arena here at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. It's PBC Championship Boxing on Prime, and it's all brought to you by TGB Promotions, along with Samson Boxing and Mayweather Promotion, sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Well, fans, our opening attraction features fighters in the super middleweight division. It's a special attraction. Please join me in welcoming the fighters to the stage at this time. First, fighting out of Encino, California by way of Cleveland, Ohio. He's the former world title challenger and a top contender. Please welcome to the stage, Terrell Gausha. And his opponent making his way to the stage at this time, a popular fighter from Phoenix, Arizona. Exciting young middleweight contender. Please welcome Elijah Garcia. Well, as our fighters are getting ready to step onto the scale, reminding you, 10 rounds of boxing, super middleweight division. First, with a record of 24 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. He has 12 knockouts. He's the 2012 U.S. Olympian perennial world contender. Please welcome Terrell Gausha. 160.2 pounds for Terrell Gausha, 160.2. And now up to the scale, 16-1, 13 knockouts as southpaw top contender. Once again, Elijah Garcia. 159.6, 159.6 for the young Elijah Garcia. Scheduled 10 rounds of boxing. We're going to make a correction right here. They're right in the middleweight division for this fight. It opens up our big card, PBC Championship Boxing on Prime. If you have Amazon Prime Video, you get this fight for free. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Middleweights in action, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled. Opens up our PBC Championship Boxing on Prime. As Miguel Flores mentioned earlier, tickets are available, AXS.com. And we also want to remind you, while doors open at 2 o'clock, we start on Prime Video at 5 p.m. Pacific Time. That's 8 p.m. in the East. Now to hear more from our fighters, please welcome, and a Q&A, our host, PBC host, Kinsey.
Gausha, you are a true veteran in the sport. What does it feel like to still get such big fights at this point in your career?
It's a blessing. I've been working with this PBC since the beginning of my career, and they always keep their promises, and they do true with the fighters. So I got the best team in the world, and I'm ready for Saturday night.
So Garcia had some issues last fight with a technical fighter. You're known for your boxing acumen. How are you going to take advantage of that on tomorrow on Saturday?
I'm gonna just go out there and be me. You know, I'm gonna go out there and do my thing. Like you said, I'm a veteran, and this just it's not new to me.
We're excited to see you tomorrow. Good luck. Garcia, you mentioned this is your first actual training camp. How do you feel like that gave you the advantage, even in making weight?
No, I feel good. Last time I didn't make weight. You know, I feel more prepared. I'm ready, man. I had a good training camp up against another great performer, you know, so I'm excited.
And what do you feel like you need to show tomorrow to show that you're ready for those world title fights?
I got to have a great performance, you know what I mean? It's going to be tough, but, you know, we prepared for this, and this was going to get me better.
Thank you so much, Garcia. Good luck tomorrow.
And thank you to Kinsey, reminding you that's our opening attraction on our PBC Championship Boxing on Prime. Reminding you once again that's 5 p.m. local time here in the Pacific time zone and 8 p.m. in the East. Once again, if you're going to be here, you have time and you have the ability to join us live. Some tickets are available at AXS.com. And in that case, our fights start early. A lot of good action early in the afternoon starting at 2 p.m. Well, fans, once again from the Mandalay Bay here in Las Vegas, Premier Boxing Champions continues with our ceremonial weigh-in. Sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Let's bring our fighters to the stage at this time for a featured super welterweight showdown. First, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Los Angeles by way of Buenos Aires, Argentina. He's the Argentine super welterweight title holder. Please welcome to the stage, Guido Emmanuel Schramm. And his opponent at this time, hailing from Casa Grande, Arizona, the popular world-ranked contender, here is Jesus Mono Ramos. As our fighters prepare to step on to the scale, reminding you this bout is scheduled 10 rounds of boxing. It's in the super welterweight division. And we're going to bring our fighters to the scale in just a few moments. First up, we have, once again, fighting out of Buenos Aires, Argentina. Originally, his record 16-3-2 with 9 knockouts. The upset-minded, battle-ready contender. Here is Guido Emmanuel Schramm. Guido Schramm weighs in at 154.6 pounds, 154.6. And now his opponent with a record of 22 wins, 1 loss with 18 knockouts, the hard-hitting, world-ranked southpaw contender, Jesus Mono Ramos. 155.8, 155.8 for Jesus Mono Ramos. It's 10 rounds of boxing super welterweight showdown. It's our co-main event of the evening tomorrow night. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus Mono Ramos versus Guido Emmanuel Schramm. Co-main event of the evening, 10 rounds of boxing, a super welterweight special attraction. Once again, now to hear more from our fighters with a Q&A session. Once again, our PBC host, Kinsey.
So what is your message tomorrow to Ramos?
Bueno, ¿cuál es tu mensaje para Ramos mañana?
Que voy a salir a ganar, cueste lo que cueste, nada más.
I'm going to come out to win, no matter what. That's it.
And what are you planning to show tomorrow that shows that you are a real contender in the super welterweight division?
¿Y qué tenés pensado demostrar mañana para que el mundo sepa que sos un contendiente de verdad en tu división?
Que soy un guerrero, que todos los días estoy listo para trabajar.
I'm a warrior. I'm ready to work every single day.
We're excited to see you tomorrow. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ramos, you are fighting for the second time in 2 months. Do you feel like this gave you an edge? Are you exhausted? How do you feel going into tomorrow?
It's definitely given me an edge. I feel really, really sharp and just excited to be here on such a quick turnaround.
There's a lot of talk about you fighting for a world title. What do you have to show tomorrow to show that you're ready for that?
I have to look impressive. I have to get Guido out of there. And just so he understands me too, I'm going to say in Spanish. Al igual que él, yo también estoy listo y preparado para una guerra. Y lo vamos a enseñar gracias a toda mi gente que viene desde Casagrande a verme. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much, Ramos. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck.
Thank you, Kendi, and thank you, Mono Ramos, as well as Guido Schramm. Well, fans, we are ready to move on for our featured attraction of the evening. There's been a lot of talk about world title fights coming up. Well, this is a world title fight. In fact, it's a unified WBC and WBO world title fight in our main event of the PBC World Championship Boxing. From the Mandalay Bay, Premier Boxing Champions presents the weigh-in for the featured bout of the evening, and it's brought to you by TGB Promotions, Samson Boxing, and Mayweather Promotions, sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Let's bring our fighters to the stage at this time for the main event of the evening, a unified WBC and WBO 154-pound championship of the world. First, we bring up the challenger. From Stamford, Connecticut, only once defeated, here is the top contender and challenger, Chordale, the Gift Booker. And indeed, the room is filled with Booker fans. Now let's bring up the defending world champion from Coachella, California. He'll be making the first defense of his title, the unified and defending WBO and WBC 154-pound champion of the world, known as the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora. Both of the fighters in our main event are very well supported here this afternoon. Let's bring them to the scale at this time. The unified WBC and WBO world title attraction. The weight limit is a very strict 154 pounds. First, here he is from Stamford, Connecticut. He is the top contender vying for this title, Chordale the Gift Booker. 152.6 pounds. And now the reigning and defending WBC and WBO 154-pound champion of the world, the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora. 152.8 pounds, 152.8 pounds for the champion. Both fighters are well supported here this afternoon, and indeed they should be. This is going to be an all-action fight in our main event. Premier Boxing Champions presents a good one coming up in the PBC Championship Boxing on Prime. Once again, we're going at 5 p.m. local time. That's here Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, as we start off with our special attractions at that time. This is our main event. Let's bring our fighters together to square off the final time they'll see each other before they meet in the center of the ring tomorrow night. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora versus Chordale the Gift Booker. 12 rounds of boxing for the unified WBC and WBO Championship of the World. Once again, let's hear from both of our fighters, and to lead us to that, once again, PBC host, Kinsey.
You looked ready stepping on that scale. How do you feel going into tomorrow, and how was your training camp leading up to this?
I'm feeling extremely confident. It's the only training camp I ever had as a professional boxer. I've been a full-time fighter, not being able to do it the same way these guys have, but I still made it here, and I'm gonna show everybody why I deserve to be here.
This is the biggest fight of your career. How are you handling the nerves going into tomorrow?
There's no pressure. Only people here who think I can win is my family. You can hear them out here in this crowd. There's people from Stamford, Connecticut. Everybody else talking about how I'm gonna get killed, how I'm a bum, and I'm gonna show everybody what I really could do.
You quite literally have a tall order in front of you tomorrow. So what are you going to do to hear those words, the new world champion is you?
I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win. He's 6'6". He's going to make it a tough night for anybody, but I already accepted that when I accepted the challenge.
Amazing. We're excited to see you tomorrow. Good luck. You have worked your entire life to become a world champion, and now you're going to be entering that ring tomorrow as unified champion. Do you feel different going into this fight?
The only difference now is that I'm world champion, but I always had support from my fans, my family. It's just tomorrow night we just got to prove again why we're here.
Is there anything? Is there anything different you did in a training camp this time to prepare for Booker?
Nope, we prepared the same way as usual. 100% work, 100% focused. We're ready for everything.
And so what can we see tomorrow in the fight? What is your prediction?
With Fundora in his hand raised and the 2 belts on my waist.
Amazing. Good luck. We will see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Kinsey. Thank you to the champion and the challenger. Well done. Thank you all for your attendance here this afternoon for our ceremonial weigh-in. Once again, if you're in for tickets, they're available at AXS.com. Come early. Fights start at 2 p.m. But our PBC Championship Boxing on Prime starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. in the East, and we'll see you then. Good afternoon, everybody.
Oh, thank you so much. You're good. Whoa.